A 3-bedroom apartment on the 4th floor. In my living room, a very nice and wide veranda. I live in a 4-bedroom apartment. I live in a studio apartment. I live in the dormitory. My house is on the 3rd floor. My house is on the 15th floor. My house is on the 7th floor. I like to spend time in my living room. I like to spend time in my bedroom. I like to spend time in my computer room. There's a big TV. There's a picture. There's a sofa. I have a very nice and wide sofa. I have a very nice and wide bed. I have a very nice and wide kitchen. I live in a 3-bedroom apartment. My house is on the 4th floor. I like to spend time in my living room. There's a folding door in my living room. Accidentally. A piece of glass. The table. Get away. Balance. Painful. I accidentally stepped on my cat. I accidentally stepped on his foot. I accidentally stepped on the water. My cat dropped my phone from the table. My cat dropped my water from the desk. My cat dropped my pen from the desk. I tried to be careful. I tried to study. I tried to go early. I lost my temper. I lost track of time. I lost my book. It was really delicious. It was really good. It was really cool. I accidentally stepped on a piece of glass. My cat dropped the cup from the table. I tried to get away. I lost balance. It was really painful. A 3-bedroom apartment. Parking problems. A single house. When I was young. A very big garden. I'm living in the countryside. I'm living in Seoul. I'm living in Korea. I sometimes have a good time. I sometimes have a break. I sometimes have breakfast. I used to live in Seoul. I used to live in an apartment. I used to live in the dormitory. We had a cat. We had a great party. We had dinner together. I plan to study later. I plan to go there someday. I plan to sleep early. I'm living in a 3-bedroom apartment. I sometimes have parking problems. I used to live in a single house when I was young. We had a very big garden. I plan to move someday. The most famous place. Just my opinion. For vacations. Travel. A lot for. Very soon. I guess the most famous place is Seoul. I guess the most famous place is Boracay. I guess the most famous place is Guam. It's just my idea. It's just my plan. It's just my thought. People go there a lot for vacations. People go there a lot for family trips. People go there a lot for birthday parties. Some people go there for pleasure. Some people go there for their studies. Some people go there for other reasons. I hope I could go there again very soon. I hope I could try it again very soon. I hope I could see it again very soon. I guess the most famous place is Hawaii. It is just my opinion. People go there a lot for honeymoon. Some people go there for vacations. I hope I could travel again very soon. When I was young. Exactly. Remember. Other cities. Eating Peking duck. My family. I visited America when I was young. I visited that place when I was young. I visited him when I was young. I went there with my friends. I went there with my wife. I went there with my parents. I don't exactly like to do it. I don't exactly see that movie. I don't exactly want that. I went to Jeju Island. I went to Philippines. I went to see the movie. I remember seeing that movie. I remember going there. I remember watching that show. I visited China when I was young. I went there with my family. I don't exactly remember when. I went to Beijing and other cities. I remember eating Peking duck. A time I was late for. Busy shopping. Track of time. At the airport. On time. For the next flight. There was a time I went there. There was a time I didn't like it. There was a time I liked it. I was busy studying English. I was busy driving. I was busy watching the movie. I lost track of days. I lost track of my dog. I lost track of him. I failed to arrive at the classroom. I failed to arrive at 9. I failed to arrive at the supermarket. I had to wait for him. I had to wait for my parents. I had to wait for the line. There was a time I was late for my airplane. I was busy shopping. I lost track of time. I failed to arrive at the airport on time. I had to wait overnight for the next flight. The biggest difference. Bus only lane. Used to be. Then the past. much cleaner. Most of all, I think the biggest difference is the size. I think the biggest difference is the color. I think the biggest difference is the taste. It used to be bigger. He used to be smarter. It used to be more delicious. Many of them are not available. Many of them are not here. Many of them are students. There are more people than the past. There are more menus than the past. There are more subway lines than the past. It's much better. It's much hotter. It's much bigger. I think the biggest difference is the bus-only lanes. Bus stations used to be just signs, but many of them are small buildings these days. There are more subway lines than the past. Most of all, it is much cleaner. When I was young, in the morning, one day, missed, late for school, that day. I used to take my friend to the gym. I used to take the bus to school. I used to take my book to class. It's hungry in the morning. It's cold in the morning. It's busy in the morning. I was studying in the subway. I was reading in the subway. I was listening to music in the subway. I missed breakfast. I missed my class. I missed the answer. I was late for class. I was late for work. I was late for dinner. I used to take the subway to school when I was young. You know, it is sleepy in the morning. I was sleeping in the subway one day. I missed my stop. I was late for school that day. In the world, the best subway lines, using the subway, cheap and comfortable, much better than. I think we have a lot of work. I think we have something to do. I think we have a problem. There are so many people. There are so many things to do. There are so many stories to tell. There's nothing you can't do. There's nothing you can't buy. There's nothing you can't eat. It's also sunny. It's also cool and comfortable. It's also good looking. I guess it's much better that way. I guess it's much cooler here. I guess it's much bigger. I think we have the best public transportation in the world. There are so many subway lines. There's nowhere you can't go using the subway. It's also cheap and comfortable. I guess it's much better than driving sometimes. After dinner. The latest movie. All-time favorite. Subscribing to. Whatever you want. Several. Would you like to have a cup of coffee? Would you like to go there with me? Would you like to try this? Do you want to have dinner with me? Do you want to go to class with me? Do you want to take a break? Do you have any questions? Do you have anything to say? Do you have something to tell me? I'm subscribing to your channel. I'm subscribing to Netflix. I'm subscribing to the show. Just tell me what you want. Just tell me what to do. Just tell me where to go. Pete, would you like to watch a movie after dinner? Do you want to watch the latest movie? Do you have any favorite movie? I'm subscribing to Netflix. Just tell me whatever you want to watch. With my internet. In the meantime. Very soon. Try to. Some board games. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what to say. I don't know what it is. I can't go there again. I can't get up early. I can't speak Chinese. Why don't we meet there? Why don't we study together? Why don't we go home early? I'll try to sleep early today. I'll try to make it before 5 p.m. I'll try to call you later. I'm sure it will be better. I'm sure it will be okay. I'm sure it will be alright. I don't know what's wrong with my internet. I can't play or download any movies. I'm sorry, why don't we just play some board games? I'll try to call the internet service in the meantime. I'm sure it will work very soon. The other day. Appeared. On my TV screen. Other things. Repair. Had to. I was watching that show the other day. I was watching my cats. I was watching him play. He appeared on screen. He appeared on stage. He suddenly appeared from nowhere. I tried to do my best. I tried to make it work. I tried to be there. I couldn't control the situation. I couldn't think of an answer. I couldn't get there in time. I had to do it right away. I had to sleep early. I had to try it again. I was watching a movie the other day. A black line appeared on my TV screen. I tried to restart my TV, but I couldn't repair it. I had to call the service center. several, recommend, Gangwon province, wonderful places, delicious food, located in. There are a lot of beautiful places. There are a lot of things to do. There are many things to consider. If it's too late, I would just go home. If it rains, I would cancel it. If it's hot, I would recommend Naengmyeon. It is located in the city. It is located in the mountains. It is located in the forest. There are several wonderful places in my country. If my friend wants to go to the beach, I would recommend Gangwon province. It is located in the eastern side of my country. There are wonderful places and delicious. About a month ago. Reservation. A palace tour. Precious. Historical facts. After the tour. I went to the sea about 2 weeks ago. I went to my hometown about a month ago. I went to his house about a year ago. I made a reservation for 2 people. I made a reservation for a movie. I made a reservation for my sister. I learned a lot of new things. I learned a lot of information. I learned a lot of interesting things. The place seemed different after the tour. He seemed happy after the movie. The project seemed okay after the discussion. I would love to do it for you. I would love to go there. I would love to see it with you. I went to Seoul about a month ago. I made a reservation for a palace tour. I learned a lot of precious historical facts. The old palace seemed very special after the tour. I would love to recommend it to others. Elementary school. With my parents. On a bus. Public transportation. Prefer. Vehicles. I think it was around 2005. I think it was around the station. I think it was around 2 years ago. I remember going with him. I remember playing soccer with them. I remember visiting the place. I used to study there. I used to go there all the time. I used to like that show. I still go there all the time. I still see him a lot. I still visit them. I think he prefers going home. I think I prefer taking the subway. I think they prefer eating kimbap. I think it was around when I was in elementary school. I remember traveling with my parents on a bus. People used to travel around with public transportations. People still use public transportations. But I think people prefer traveling with their own vehicles these days. All the time. Specific. whatever, have to, pick, just listen to. I listen to his songs all the time. I listen to classical music. I listen to pop. I don't prefer noisy places. I don't prefer hot food. I don't prefer sleeping too late. I just take anything with me. I just do what I have to do. I just sleep when I'm tired. If I have to stay. If I have to go there. If I have to call him. I'd like to stay here. I'd like to take my car. I'd like to do it later. I listen to music all the time, but I don't prefer a specific genre or singer. I just listen to whatever is on the top 100 list. But if I have to pick one genre or singer, I'd like to pick K-pop and IU. More than. Pandemic. Classical concert. Great time. After. Couldn't. I think it was a good idea. I think it was not a problem. I think it was something special. I couldn't think of an answer. I couldn't call you, sorry. I couldn't do everything. I went to the movies. I went to the party with my wife. I went to Seoul last weekend. I had a great time at his birthday party. I had a great time at his house. I had a great time at the meeting. I think bibimbap is nice too. I think a cup of coffee is nice too. I think staying home is nice too. I think it was more than 3 years ago. We couldn't go to concerts because of COVID pandemic. I went to a classical concert. I had a great time at the concert that day. After the concert, I thought classical concerts are nice too. In middle school. Exactly. Made me. Remember. Details. Search. I think I first tried it in Korea. I think I first played soccer in elementary school. I think I first listened to music in college. I don't exactly remember the problem. I don't exactly remember the reason. I don't exactly like it. I think it was a good idea. I think it was the weather. I think it was not a big deal. I listen to many songs. I listen to many classes these days. I listen to many people these days. I try to search for interesting things. I try to search for new books. I try to search for good restaurants. I think I first listened to K-pop in middle school. I don't exactly remember all the details. I think it was my friend who made me listen. I listen to many genres and singers these days. Mostly, I try to search and listen to what I saw on TV. Different. Department stores. Everywhere. A lot of. Change. A bit. It wasn't that big. It wasn't that easy. It wasn't that fun. There were people everywhere. There were restaurants everywhere. There were books everywhere. They bought a lot of interesting things. They saw a lot of interesting things. They ate a lot of interesting things. I remember buying a bicycle. I remember buying a bag. I remember buying a cup of coffee. I think my neighborhood didn't change a bit. I think my friend didn't change a bit. I think they didn't change a bit. Actually, it wasn't that different. There were department stores everywhere. They sold a lot of interesting things. I remember buying a skateboard. I think department stores didn't change a bit. Store. Neighborhood. Corner of. In Korean. Chip. Not easy to. There was a problem today. There was something to do. There was nothing to do. It was really humid today. It was really wonderful. It was really nothing. We call it sam in Korean. I call it the best vacation. I call it my favorite food. I remember my friend. I remember going there all the time. I remember visiting the place. That's not easy to find these days. Insects are not easy to find these days. They're not easy to find these days. There was a small store in the neighborhood. It was a really small store in the corner of the street. We called it a whole store in Korean. I remember eating a lot of cheap snacks there. Those stores are not easy to find these days. Guess. Around. Because. Steal. Found. Middle of. I guess I was hungry yesterday. I guess I was young back then. I guess I wasn't interested. I don't exactly go there. I don't exactly watch it anymore. I don't exactly do anything in the evening. I got lost in the middle of the store. I got lost in the middle of the station. I got lost in the middle of the airport. I still remember how delicious it was. I still remember how nice it looked. I still remember how big it was. He found my wallet and called me later. They found my dog and called later. She found my bicycle and called me later. I guess I was around 6 to 8 years old. I don't exactly remember because I was young. I got lost in the middle of a department store. I still remember how big the place was. Some staff found me and called my parents later. Around. Bank tellers. Guards. Before. Transactions. Banks. There are many restaurants around the station. There are many cafes around the park. There are many stores around my house. I think stores are exactly the same with your place. I think gas stations are exactly the same with your country. I think people are exactly the same with your country. There's nothing to do. There are many things to do. There's something you should do. I don't go there like before. We don't go to that restaurant like before. We don't go to that store like before. We can do all the tasks with smartphones. I can do all my homework with my computer. We can do all projects with him. There are many banks around the city. I think they're exactly the same with your country. There are guards, tellers, and tables. But we don't go to the bank like before. We can do all transactions with our smartphones. Compare. Different. Biggest. Actually. Anymore. Machine. Train stations didn't really change compared to the past. People didn't really change compared to the past. Streets didn't really change compared to the past. There was nothing there before. There were some problems before. There was a store there before. It's not very popular these days. It's not very clean these days. It's not very hot these days. I guess the biggest restaurant is that place. I guess the biggest problem is transportation. I guess the biggest change is the size. We don't have to actually go there anymore. We don't have to actually do it. We don't have to actually meet anymore. Banks didn't really change compared to the past. There were tellers, guards, and ATM machines before. It's not very different these days. I guess the biggest difference is that we don't have to actually go to the bank anymore. Banking service. Security number. Lost. Transfer. Reissue. Visit. To go there early. To do it faster. To meet him. We need to take the subway. We need to do it together. We need to go there first. There was a time he didn't come. There was a time I was late. There was a time it didn't work. I couldn't call him. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get up early. I had to call him first. I had to do my homework. I had to study before the test. To use some banking service online, we need a security number card in Korea. There was a time I lost it somewhere. I couldn't transfer money. I had to visit the bank to reissue the card. All kinds of. Mention. Humid. Experience. Weather. Have to. There are many things to tell you. There are a lot to consider. There are a lot you should see. I guess I don't have to go there. I guess I don't have to see it. I guess I don't have to tell you. Korean dishes are really good. Korean summer is really hot. People are really kind here. You can experience all kinds of games. You can experience all kinds of people. You can experience all kinds of food. There are 4 seasons in my country. I guess I don't have to mention all seasons. But summer is really humid here. Plus winters are really cold. You can experience all kinds of weather here. Global warming. Influence. Compare. As big as. Mention. To the past. I guess you want me to see you. I guess you want me to do it. I guess you want me to leave. I think there are many things to do. I think there are a lot to say. I think there are some problems here. Parks are bigger compared to the past. It's more famous compared to the past. Houses are more expensive compared to the past. It's not as spicy as before. It's not as big as it used to be. It's not as popular as it was. I hope it won't hurt. I hope it won't be a problem. I hope it won't be too spicy. I guess you want me to mention global warming. I think there are some influences. Summers are hotter compared to the past. Winters are not as cold as it was. I hope it won't be too hot this summer. Vacation. Something coming. Interesting. Activities. Hoping to. Travel to. I traveled to Europe for my summer vacation. I traveled to Boracay for my winter vacation. I traveled to Sokcho for my break. I found out that there's nothing. I found out that it isn't there anymore. I found out that I was late. I had many things to say. I had many things to consider. I had many things to buy. I had to cancel my presentation. I had to cancel my vacation plan. I had to cancel my meeting. I'm hoping to see him soon. I'm hoping to go there again. I'm hoping to hear it from you. I traveled to Thailand for my vacation last month. I found out that there was a typhoon coming. I had many interesting plans. I had to cancel all the beach activities. I'm hoping to visit again next year. Others. What others have. Living room. Dining table. Everything I need. In the kitchen. I think I have what I need. I think I have what I want. I think I have what I like. I have a table in my room. I have a cup in my office. I have a question in my mind. There's a book in the cabinet. There's a problem in the project. There's a virus in the computer. I also have a question for you. I also have something to say. I also have many problems. I think I have everything you like. I think I have everything you need. I think I have everything you told me. I think I have what others have. I have a sofa in the living room. There's a dining table in the kitchen. I also have a king-sized bed in my room. I think I have everything I need. Several. Furniture. A lot of. Comfortable. At home. On my bed. There are several things to do. There are several problems. There are several places to go. I guess my favorite food is kimbap. I guess my favorite game is that. I guess my favorite place is my hometown. I don't want to say it's too much. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say it to him. I spend a lot of time on my job. I spend a lot of time on reading books. I spend a lot of time on my hobby. I think it's the most important thing. I think it's the most delicious food. I think it's the most amazing thing. There are several furniture at home. I guess my favorite is my bed. I don't want to say I'm lazy, but I spend a lot of time on my bed. I think it's the most comfortable place at home.
In my room. For my cats. The rest. The same. These days. King-size bed. I didn't have any problems. I didn't have the keys. I didn't have the answer. I have the answer for the question. I have something for you. I have everything for the project. I had nothing to do. I had every reason to do it. I had a problem with it. I think I told you it's raining. I think I told you it's spicy. I think I told you it's a good idea. I think the rest of the money is for you. I think the rest are fine. I think the rest is mine. I didn't have any sofa in my room, but I have a nice sofa for me and for my cats. I had a single-sized bed, but I think I told you I have a king-size bed these days. I think the rest are the same. Pandemic. Video clips. Search. Sometimes. That's all. Since the game. I've been playing that game. I've been studying English. I've been practicing the questions. I see many people here. I see many good restaurants. I see a lot of things to do. I also search for music videos. I also search for new movies. I also search for something interesting. I think that's a good idea. I think that's not a problem. I think that's very important. I sometimes do it all day. I sometimes forget to call him. I sometimes go there. I've been playing golf since the pandemic started. I see many video clips about golf. I also search for some gaming videos. I think that's all I say these days. I sometimes watch some movies too.
Just pick one. Remember what I saw. These days. Owner. Stray. There are many restaurants on the street. There are a lot of interesting videos on YouTube. There are many things to do on the job. It's hard to just leave. It's hard to just sleep. It's hard to just say anything. I remember what I studied yesterday. I remember what I did yesterday. I remember what he told me. It was a movie about cats. It was a documentary about Korean food. It was a nice song about the place. I was happy I got there on time. I was happy he came. I was happy he liked it as well. There are so many videos on the internet these days. It's hard to just pick one. But I remember what I saw yesterday. It was a video about a stray cat. I was happy the cat found an owner. For meetings. Happen. After the pandemic. Also. Different. Using the internet. I think he uses it for his homework. I think I use it for my job. I think she uses it for her assignment. It happened after the meeting. It happened after the class. It happened after going there. I had several things to say. I had several things to take care of. I had several problems. I also watch movies on Netflix. I also watch videos on studying English. I also watch videos on how to play golf. I also listen to K-pop using my smartphone. I also listen to his class using my headphones. I also listen to his song using my computer. I think people use the internet for meetings these days. It happened after the pandemic. I had several meetings on different apps. I also watch a new movie on Netflix. Plus, I also listen to music using the internet. Recycling. Strict. Separate. Properly. Similar. Everywhere. Our class rules are very strict. They're very strict to themselves. He's very strict with time. I have to think about it. I have to go there before lunch. I have to read the book. I think I study every day. I think I try to do it all the time. I think I like playing soccer. It's actually pretty tasty. It's actually pretty similar with it. It's actually pretty big for my room. I do my homework every day. I do my laundry every week. I do many things every week. Recycling is very strict in my country. I have to separate everything properly. I think I separate boxes, plastic bottles, glass bottles, cans, and so on. It's actually pretty similar everywhere. I do it every Tuesday evening. Apartment. Designated. Brought. In front of. By its kind. Separate. I didn't visit him yesterday. I didn't know what to do. I didn't like to do it back then. There was nothing to do for him. There was no problem with the project. There was nothing I could do. I separate the book by its language. I separate the students by their age. I separate the problems by its kind. I put effort in studying English. I put some food in the refrigerator. I put all the books in my bag. I brought the trash out. I brought out the books for him. I brought out some ideas for the job. I didn't live in an apartment when I was young. There was no designated place for recycling. I separated wastes by its kind. And put them in a box. Then I brought them out in front of my house. For weeks. Recyclables. Throw away. Experience. Missed. On Tuesday. There was a time I lost it. There was a time I stayed there. There was a time it didn't work. I can only go there on Tuesday. I can only study at night. I can only call him in the morning. I miss to watch the program. I miss to do it on time. I miss doing my homework. I had to do it before going to bed. I had to call him in the morning. I had to walk home yesterday. It's just a small problem. It's just a small incident. It's just a small project I have. There was a time I wasn't home for 2 weeks. I can only throw away recyclables on Tuesdays. I missed a day because I wasn't home. I had to throw away so many wastes the next week. It's just a small experience I had.